Hey guys, it's Cody from Luphonics here, and I'm joined by my very special friend Eli. We are going to be talking about the Defenders. So yeah, we're here talking about the Defenders tonight. It is literally like 3 in the morning. We are both kind of tired and a little dry-eyed, so forgive us if it's not as if this review isn't as detailed or critique as people would like. But yeah, we just finished wrapping everything up. We're finally getting to see the gang all together. We're getting to see Iron Fist, Jessica Jones, Luke Cage, and Daredevil all together. The magic show, the 10 out of 10, everything's going to be amazing and awesome thing. And, you know, even before that we actually got to see the show, the hype was very real. Everybody was talking about it. Even pre-reviews for the show were giving it like almost 9 out of 10s, 10 out of 10s, like almost perfect scores across the board. I remember seeing videos talking about like the Defenders had the best chemistry, if not better, than the Avengers themselves. And, you know, hype was real about this show. And I'm very excited to talk about it, and I'm glad I watched it. But with all the hype and reviews and all the crazy stuff that's been talked about it, I just have one very simple question, and that is, what show were they watching?
Yeah. They haven't seen the Avengers apparently.
Yeah, because with all the cool things the Defenders does, I would very much say that it is a mixed bag for sure. I would say almost as much as the cool stuff it does right and that is good, it's also got about as much bad or stupid about it. And we might get a lot of hate or flack for not just bowing down and loving the Defenders and just eternally praising its work and effort. But I just want to give an honest review of something I think you guys will hopefully vibe with and at least create topic and discussion about. It's very interesting, and I hope you enjoy what we thought about it. So first, I want to start out with positives, because positives are, it just kind of helps the video go along. Hopefully you won't hate the opinion as much as long as we get the positives out first. And one thing for sure, it is absolutely awesome seeing these guys all together on screen for the first time. The hype is there when they're all fighting, when they're all talking. Like, everything's cool and how you imagine it would be. And major props to the film shots and the way things were handled.
Oh, yeah.
If you notice before that, which we will be getting into minor spoilers, by the way, be warned. But if you notice before everybody actually meets up, which I want to say is at the end of episode 3 or 4, somewhere along there, before that, every time something is shot that's pertaining to each said character, you'll notice the tint of the color that they represent. So when you're going through Matt Murdock, through Daredevil stuff, you'll see tints of red everywhere. When you're going through Iron Fist, you'll see kind of green tint everywhere. Like, everybody's got their signature style. We were even joking the whole time about, like, Luke Cage. Like, every time scenes would happen with him, like, music would start playing, like he's in a music video. And I really appreciated that style and aesthetic to just blend with the personalities of everybody. And not only that, but I would highly say that the fight scenes, when they do happen, which sadly isn't that much, and that's going to be definitely one of the negatives later, but when they do happen, the very few that there are that you think that all of these people are together kicking butt, you think there would be a lot more of. When they are going down, they're all very enjoyable and decent to look at. And I enjoyed what they were, even though half of them are only like a minute or 2 long. But
it's definitely choreographed better than we've seen in something like Iron Fist. I mean, it doesn't look like they're just barely moving and then speeding the camera up to make it look good.
Right. And like, you can tell there was a lot more time and effort put into the stunts, to the fighting, and just the overall vibe of the action scenes and stunt choreography in general. Very major props to that. And goodness, are there actually any other positives? I don't know. Is there anything you want to add?
I would say that to a degree, some of the characters you kind of like more and seeing how they react. Definitely the back characters, not really the main four, but the characters of all their friends. You see them, and they actually, in a lot of cases, sometimes stole the show. Whereas, you know, you see Danny Rand, and you just want to kind of cry because it's like you're supposed to be so cool, and you let us stay on every time.
Agreed. We'll get onto that with negatives later as well. But I agree. The side characters definitely had a lot more say and involvement here, and kind of carried a little more meat to the overall experience when things were falling flat. And I'm genuinely trying to think of other really positive things about the show before we move on. And I would say, I'm serious, man. I can't really think of anything other than the cool fight scenes and just seeing them all together.
I don't want to just be like, man, it's horrible, but it's really hard to think of anything that was just wonderful.
Yeah, no joke. That's really all I can think of, honestly, of actual good, positive things about this. And again, we're not trying to rip the show, but we're just giving an honest opinion here. And we're gonna kind of switch into negatives, which are a lot of. So forgive us. Just bear with us. Just hear us out before you type in the comments and hate us to death. Just hear us out. I swear. One of the biggest problems with this show, absolutely, before anything else, is Sigourney Weaver as the villain.
Oh my god.
You have this so-called person that is not just a strong member of the Hand, not just a general or a mastermind in the Hand. You have the person that is leading the front, the overall top dog that is over Madame Gal herself, and you have her as this basic, typical white woman. And I am sorry, it's not about color or anything like that, but even when she's on screen, I did not feel threatened for an absolute second. There is no backbone to her presence at all. Like literally, we were joking the whole time that we cannot wait till she dies. And like I said, minor spoilers, but we were wanting to get her out of there from the get-go. Like it hurt the show bad to have such a just lackluster, bland villain that's supposed to be the boss of everybody. Again, you have Madame Gal bowing down to this woman that's supposed to be so threatening and crazy, and she does nothing. She does nothing. She resurrects Elektra and makes Elektra go do everything. That's it. That's all she does in the show, and it is so bad.
And it really doesn't help that Sigourney Weaver, I mean, we've seen her do action roles. I get she's up in her age. I get she can't do the things she did in the old Alien movies, but I mean, you have Madame Gal who looks like she's on the upper side of 1,000 years old, and the most you will ever see Sigourney Weaver do is the most weak-looking slap ever. That's the only time she ever raises her hand or anything to attack someone.
It's so bad, guys. Like seriously, it really hurt the show. And again, she wasn't a terrible actor. We're not dissing her acting. It's just she was horribly miscast for this role. I am sorry. I'm not trying to hurt or offend anybody, but we needed a better frontman for that. Absolutely. Number 2, that is a very, very crazy negative, and that is Danny Rand, our boy Iron Fist. At the end, if you guys have seen my initial Iron Fist review, you'll see that Danny had some problems and he was struggling and he was going through things. But towards the end of the season, you really see him grow and develop as a character to where he's not like this whiny little kid anymore, and he's really trying to figure out where his place is here now, and he's really trying to grow and mature as a man. And you remember that, right? Because we've all seen Iron Fist season 1. Well, apparently Defenders does it. Defenders just completely reverts him back to that snobby, annoying little brat that it's just a little kid. There's so many scenes of him "You don't understand. I'm here to defend the city. I am the chosen one." Like they wrote him so bad here. Like,
you even have this dude making these same statements that we already through the first or through Iron Fist saw him getting over. Like, oh, they killed my family. Like, and there's no conviction in it. It's just it doesn't sound like these people need to be stopped because they do things like this to me. No, it's like he's pouting. Like, oh, they hurt me. It's just so bad.
yeah, agreed. Like, I'm one of those few people that thought Iron Fist was actually a decent show, and I actually like Danny Rand as a character. I like Iron Fist as a character, but I totally get, especially with what just happened with the Defenders, of the gripes and complaints about him, because I was even getting annoyed with the dude. I wanted to just slap him and be like, "Suck it up," put on the boxers now, no more pull-ups, no more diapers. Like, go, just be a man, be about your business. And it really aggravates me and breaks my heart to see all that like growth and character development in season 1 just like thrown out the window, like it never happened.
But
Very, very big complaint.
Like, if I had to just pick one complaint, and they definitely choreographed his fighting better, so you don't have to worry about that from the first one. But the big complaint I have is, like you said, with them growing the character, but not only that, in his show, you see him learning to be able to control his chi better to channel the Iron Fist, and near the end, he actually starts using it more. It's more reliable. Well, in this one, it's like he just gets the crap beat out of him every single fight, and then summons the Iron Fist, whops him. That's it. That sums up every engagement that dude is involved in.
You're right. And again, please understand, we are not just trying to rip on this show to be edgy or just to get views or anything. Like, this is like seriously like problems with the show. Like, it's like, I don't know what happened here. Another major thing is, well, I don't want to say major, it's more of a nitpick for me, but this is my first time actually seeing Jessica Jones on screen, because I did not watch Jessica Jones season 1. Forgive me, I know, I'm sorry, I'm horrible, but I just, I know she's being portrayed like she is in the comics, except she's a little more toned down, and I get the whole attitude and aggressive and feisty agenda, but it just, like, it's like that's the only way she could process and cope things. Like she was a one-dimensional character.
Yes,
like, everything with her is just like, oh my gosh, like getting an attitude about everything, wanting to fight people about everything. Like, it was so annoying. Like, even after you understand, hey, this needs to be done, hey, the hand is coming back and they're doing some crazy stuff, she's still just like, peace out, see you later.
Yeah. and even in the last episode, she's just like, hey, I just want to go back to my job. I just want to get out of here. And it's like, that the hand, you've seen everything they're doing. You have no excuses at this point. It's just, the whole time, it's like you said, just peace out, I'm going.
And yeah, not just, like, in that attitude with Jessica Jones, which, hey, it was cool seeing her. Like, much love to the actor. I'm not saying she was bad. It was just annoying personally for me. But that type of attitude of just, like, stupid things happening, like, half of the drama and half of the just stupid stuff that happens literally boils down to, like, how come you didn't tell me that? What are you hiding from me? Like, it's just so stupid. Like, we've seen all this before. Like, you think with all of the world building and progression these characters have made, that they're not going to have stupid arguments like children.
Yeah.
And it is, oh my gosh, like, I'm sorry I'm a little more aggravated and ranty, but it is so true. Like, it is such a problem in the show. Like, well, I don't know.
I mean, I don't know if it was a problem with the writers. I don't know if it was the script. It's not the acting, I can tell you that, because the actors, I've seen them in other things. But, I mean, you're right. All of the drama is Danny Rand whining and saying, get out of my way, don't stand in my way. this is my fight, please help me, but this is my fight. And Jessica Jones going, I don't want to be involved in this, or what have you not told me? That's the drama right there.
And another thing, to add with all of the wonderful things that's been going on, is the show kind of drags. Like, being for real, like, I get that they gotta have world building. I get that they gotta make logical sense, that these people have to come together for a reason to save New York. I get that, 100%. But literally, even after they get together, even after they team up and start fighting and figuring things out, the show still is dragging, man. Like the fight scenes are like toned down. I legit think there's more fight scenes in Daredevil season 1 than there is in all of the Defenders. And I don't get how you have like all these major big budget people coming together and then like all you have them do is just sitting down and talking. Like it is such a missed opportunity. And again, forgive me, I'm not trying to rag on this show. I know that there was a lot of time and effort and just dedication and love put into this. It does show at times, and I fully respect and appreciate that. And that's what made the show bearable to finish through. But goodness, man, there's so much missed opportunity here. Like, I've not been so disappointed and aggravated with a show in a long, long time.
Especially with the hype. I mean, and don't get me wrong, everybody's entitled to their opinion. I just don't see how. To me, it's just a big problem when you have Stick in the show, who, in the comics and stuff, I mean, he's not a main character. I don't even think he ever got his own comic. Don't crucify me if he did. But
I don't think
he is one of the most interesting, coolest characters that, to me, saved so many boring, dragging hours in the episodes just having him in it, because he was so much more interesting than the main characters.
Yeah, no, seriously, like, it's bad. And then the magical plot that ties the awesome bow on this wonderful show, it's so predictable. Like, you can read things left and right that's gonna happen. We were joking about it the whole time. Like, these quote-unquote revelations happen. This crazy stuff happens. Literally, at the very beginning of Defenders, you see this mystery assassin attacking this person that Danny and Colleen are trying to save. And I'm like, bam, that's Elektra. That's Elektra. Why are you even trying to hide that? That's obviously Elektra.
Yeah, and I mean, that's just one example of a repeating theme of predictability. I mean, over and over again, you're going to see what is supposed to be a plot twist, but they give so much away throughout the episode that it's like, when you see it happen, it's like you're almost just laughing at yourself because it's so easy. It's like you called it 2 episodes ago.
And, you know, I know that the Defenders is only 8 episodes. I mean, there could have been a 10-episode series, or there could have been who knows what, a 13? I have no idea. There could have been obviously more content and things to show to kind of make things flow better or be logical, but just being for real with the meat that is already there. It's not so much a thing, it's like, oh, you can tell this has been cut and trimmed. It's just the fact that, like, the meat of what the Defenders is, it was just honestly kind of boring. Like, honestly, like, if you, and I'm not just talking about the fight scenes. Obviously, yes, I love my fight scenes, and I love seeing people go crazy. But you add every single one of them up by time frame and everything, you maybe got 15 minutes. I'll be generous and say half an hour of, check it, 8 hours of content, or what, maybe 750. I'm just rounding to 8 hours. You've got maybe 30 minutes of actual action and cool stunt scenes and crazy stuff going on. And you know, again, I'm not judging it based off that. Obviously, you gotta have world building, you've gotta have drama, you've gotta have the character growth and all the plot points be revealed. I get that. But I mean, maybe have 2 hours of that, you know, of that 8-hour runtime be something entertaining and enjoyable to watch. Like, who knows? Maybe you could have thrown some scenes in there with everybody just sparring and goofing off with each other. Well, like, oh, you're so big and bad. Let's see what you can do. You know, like kind of a comical, like, let's train ourselves. You know, like, bam, another 10, 20 minutes right there. You know, I'm just saying, the Defenders, you know, kind of closing here with all of the good and bad. The Defenders, in my book and in my opinion, is just the epitome of missed opportunity. Like, just failed and missed opportunity. Seriously, there's so much they could have done, and there's so much missed potential that is just like, I can think of countless things that they could have added or just thrown away from the show to make it better and more logical and just, I don't know, just more enjoyable to watch. And again, you know, forgive me for being harsh, I apologize, but I guess I'm just so aggravated because I wanted it to be good, you know?
Yeah, and like, honestly, this has been hyped up since season 1 of Daredevil.
Yeah.
I mean, they've been hinting at this, they've been saying they're gonna do it, and if I had to just pick, and this is, you know, it's a minor thing, it's not due to plot, and I had this problem a little bit with Luke Cage, and it was the fact that certain scenes with Jessica Jones and Luke Cage looked just horrifically fake. The worst scene I saw in there that just completely, I mean, you have a lot of really good fight scenes. I say a lot, not a lot, but the fight scenes you have, it looks good, there's action. And it really builds the world for you in the 3 seconds it's going on. But then you see at one point where Jessica Jones just flips a table and it's so fake looking because you can tell, I mean, they may as well not even use the see-through wire because you can tell that this thing is on a wire being lifted up. And it's just things like that. I mean, when Luke Cage or Jessica Jones will hit somebody, you can tell them just against the rules of physics being pulled away too much and things. And it's just stuff like that that really, I get it's not Hollywood. I mean, it's not movie theater quality. It's still great quality, but it's not there. But you can fix these things. I mean, they were doing stuff like this in the 60s with stunts in cowboys and Indian movies to make it look better, and it just completely kills the feel of like, yeah, this person looks really strong.
The main point I'm getting at is we've seen all this already and done better in their solo series. In every one of them. And I haven't even seen Jessica Jones, but I can probably already tell you Jessica Jones is better than the Defenders.
Oh, yeah.
I'm sorry, you know, probably even
Definitely
more fight
better
scenes.
villain.
Yeah, there's a better villain for sure. And the thing of why it's so aggravating and heartbreaking to me is all these great shows and all this world building that they've been coming to. It's supposed to have a huge explosion. Like, everything is not only supposed to be as good as the solo series, the solo titles, but they're supposed to just make them even, you forget about them. Like the Defenders is the end all and be all. It should make you excited for the next thing they're gonna do for season 2. Heck, for season 7. You know, like it's supposed to hype you up and make you want so much more of this. And goodness, man, they failed big time. And again, I don't want, you know, major respect for all who worked on this and for all the things that happened. Like, obviously it was, you know, a lot of time and dedication went to this. Just as the finished product, we definitely didn't really vibe with it. And I just really hope that season 2 of Defenders, if it does come out, that it's just better paced and just really utilizes the growth that these characters have all gone through. And any closing thoughts before we head out?
I mean, can't wait for Punisher.
Yeah, Punisher's still
gonna
coming.
be awesome.
Punisher's still coming. I'm waiting for that. I'm
They
excited
better
for
not
that.
mess it up.
But just our final closing thoughts. Just missed opportunity, man. Missed opportunity, and I'm excited to see where it goes from here. And I really believe and hope that season 2 of Defenders can make me completely forget about Defenders season 1. But as of now, I remember standout moments in their solo titles way more than Defenders. And by next week, I'm probably not even going to remember half of what Defenders was even about. It just was a jumbled mess. Overall, our final score for Defenders is going to be a 7 out of 10. And that's going to wrap it up with us, guys. Hopefully, you haven't been commenting down too hard and wishing death threats and wanting to kill us. We just really wanted to give an honest opinion and just how we really felt about the show. And again, there's hope here. We've seen it done better, and we've seen it done in their solo titles in a great way, in great ways. And I just really hope that when they come together for the next time, that it can just be one to really remember and really brag about. A big thank you to Eli for coming out and watching the show with me and giving a review, sharing the hate and love with your boy, But guys, much love to you all. Hope you guys are having a wonderful day. And let us know what you thought about the Defenders. Comment down below. Do you agree with what we said? Do you agree with some of the points? Give us some discussion. Give us things to talk about. I'm very passionate about the Marvel Netflix series, the universe they're trying to build. And that's why I'm just so passionate about this review. I want things to be good. I want to be entertained, and I just want to see these characters realistically grow and thrive in this world. And again, let us know what you thought down in the comments. Much love, guys, and we'll see you next time.